Okay, today I have a little something special to share. All my stainless parts are done. You can see those here. I left a weld on that one there because I like the color. All my clamps are laid out, all my gaskets. Got a keg. Let's put this thing together. Screen in the bottom so the stuff doesn't fall through. Throw the copper in. This is just a straight spool piece. My reflux condenser. I'm going to put a Teflon gasket here so I can loosen this and turn this real easy, whichever direction I want. The rest of these are just rubber gaskets. When I get it set up to do that, grab a clamp. I've been excited to share this. I've been working on this for quite a while now. And now it's finally done. So now I'll get to share it. So there's your basic column. Cap the top. Throw a clamp on it. All this is all 2-inch, 304 stainless, 2-inch triclover ferrules. That way I can take it apart. I can add stuff in there. All I have to have is just 2-inch triclover, and I can add anything I want inside the column. I can make the column even longer or whatever I want to do. That's why I made everything just all triclover. So now once I have just the basic column done, now I'm just going to put, coming out of the top of the column, I'm just going to put my condenser. One version of it that I have. This is my version of it. So this is 1-inch with 1-inch by 1.5 inch triclover ferrules on it. And this is just going to be running, if I wanted to run this just as a reflux still without my little secret twist of it on here. So I put this on, this 90 on, my clamp straight, and now I can just put my condenser on the bottom of that, like this if I want to, right? So now you have, you know, your basic reflux still, just like this. So now, on my condenser, the 1 inch continues all the way through, and it's jacketed with the 1.5 inches on the outside. And then I have these 1/2 inch barbs that are on each end to put my hoses on, to run my cold water through. So now if I want, I can put a 45 on here if I want, and face this any direction I want. I can face this any way I want. I can put a 90 on here if I want to, but I like to do the 45 because it looks cooler. So I'll put a 45 on here. Put a 45 on it, and then I'll put my end piece on here to attach a hose to get it away. So like that. So there is my basic setup. Now, it'd work just fine like that. There's nothing wrong with that, no problem, it'll work just fine. But I have a little different idea that I wanted to do for this, so I kind of changed things up a little bit. So I eliminate this 90, so I'll take this off, leave that the same. I'll leave that put together, and I'll take this off. I'll take this off. Take that clamp off. Now I'm going to use a different clamp for here because I need that heavy duty clamp up top, and I'll show you why in a second. So now I have that part ready to go. So now I'm going to take this 90 off here. Gasket should stay. Now I'm going to take this 90, this little weld by weld 90 that I made, put a ferrule on, and I'm going to attach this to the top of this up here. So now it's just a smaller version of what I just had. So I went from this to this, a lot smaller, but I have a twist on that. So I have my version of like a thumper, I guess is what it's called. So this is my version of it. So the way I made this is just a piece of plate with a through tube and a clamp by weld 90 and a piece of plate. All sanitary, all welded on the inside. Don't need to weld the outside because there's no product touching the outside. So this goes to the bottom of the jar. I'll put this in line here. So now I'll clamp this piece on. Get it straight, put the clamp on. So now I have that. So now, once that's all attached, oops. I can add my jar. So now I can fill this with fruit if I want. I can fill it with whatever I want, and basic corn mash, and I can flavor it to whatever flavor profile. So if I want to use strawberries, I can use strawberries. If I want to use watermelon, so on and so forth. You get the idea. So now I have that. So now I need to get to the condenser. So now I'm just going to redo this 90, put this other 90 on here. And then I'll put my condenser on the bottom of that. And that is my version of having a thumper in without actually having to have a big old elaborate setup. It's fairly quick and easy. Everything is all tri-clover. That way I can adapt whatever I want. I mean, I can put this 90 here if I want to get the jar away from that a little further. I can put it on the jar and run the condenser over further if I want to. I mean, there are endless possibilities with everything being clamped together. This is just what I thought up would be quick and easy for me. But anybody can change it any way they want to. So if anybody wants anything quite like this, you want any fittings, let me know. I'll build you any fittings that you want. It's fairly easy, and I am a sanitary welder, so these are parts that I weld up every single day. So everything here is all sanitary 100%. So this is my version of a reflux still. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.